So this is another very special episode of Our Road to Camelot. I'm Steve.
I'm Dawn.
And this is Domicile Part 2. So in this episode, we are going to be talking about America's Mailbox, and we're also going to be talking about what it costs to finally finish off our domicile and some of the amenities they have at America's Mailbox.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and jump on into it. I have my notes off to the side here. First of all, I'll let Dawn talk about this one a bit. The ease of vehicle registration and the ease of paying the taxes.
That was, to me, one of the simplest things ever. Now, in a lot of states, the DMV takes care of everything, including your license, your tax, your registration, all of that. In South Dakota, your license is at one place, at the DMV.
Your driver's license.
Driver's license, correct. And then your vehicle registration and your taxes are paid through a different place, which was the
Treasury Department.
The Treasury Department, exactly.
Pennington County Treasury Administration Building.
Okay. So it was so easy, though. We go in. Driver's license was less than 10 minutes. Okay.
Yeah.
Ladies, please make sure that you have your marriage certificates.
We talked about that one
from the state. Yeah, I need to reiterate that.
Yeah,
one.
watch the other episode. Watch part 1 and pay close attention.
That was interesting. Now, on the vehicle registration and the license, or the taxes on that, it was pretty simple. The only issue we had
was our fault.
Was our fault in a way because
we procrastinated.
Well, we procrastinated, so we wound up paying an extra day, which was $15, only because we did not have our
the actual title of the vehicle.
Title of our truck, exactly. And so what happened with that was we didn't know where it was. We were calling all over the place trying to find it. Little did we know they had sent it already to
America's Mailbox. And it was our fault because, we had took so much time and we were kind of putting it off that we forgot we had it sent there.
Yeah.
And America's Mailbox would have done everything for us. We wouldn't even have had to have showed up.
Correct.
But because we waited the last minute, we did wind up in South Dakota to get that done. But they would have done it for us, and they were ready to jump on it right now.
Now, here's the thing, though. When America's Mailbox does it for you, it's approximately another $40 to $50 extra for their effort of doing that. Which, let me tell you, is really nothing when you're not in South Dakota to do that.
So do you want to drive halfway across the country, or do you just want to pay $40 for them to do it for you?
Right.
Yeah, piece of cake on that one.
So it was really, really simple.
So I definitely give it a thumbs up on what they would have done for us, but we didn't take advantage of, and the ease of getting it done while we were there.
I would say at the Treasury Department, there was a line, but it went very quickly. We were there half hour, 45 minutes, maybe.
Half hour.
Yeah, maybe at the most. And it went very quickly. They were extremely helpful, extremely knowledgeable, and we, in and out, got it done. It was great.
Now, when we bought the truck and the fifth wheel, we did our domicile last October because we knew we were going to be buying a truck and a fifth wheel, and it was going to be costing quite a bit, and we didn't want to have to pay taxes and registration in Las Vegas, Nevada. So I'm going to give you the breakdown. This is the actual breakdown of what everything cost us. Now,
reminder also, this is Las Vegas. Your taxes could be different elsewhere.
You need
you need to do your research on what your taxes are going to be.
Exactly. But this is why we decided to do domicile in South Dakota, because it was so much better than where we were. So just to give you a breakdown of it, we bought a 2019 Ram 3500 turbo diesel. So the MSRP on that was in the $50,000 range. South Dakota taxes on that was $2,048.68. The Las Vegas taxes would have been $4,539.60.
Yep.
South Dakota registration, flat rate, $137.
Yep.
That was with all the extra fees and everything. That was all the fees, $137. Las Vegas, because they go off of the MSRP of the vehicle, we would have paid $1,069 for registration of that vehicle. So grand total savings for tax and registration, we saved $3,422 going through South Dakota instead of Las Vegas on that.
Right.
That is
That's significant. That's a lot of money.
The fifth wheel.
Yep.
On the fifth wheel, because we did some wheeling and dealing, the MSRP, the taxable, actually I'm not sure if it was MSRP, but the taxable, amount on that vehicle was $35,700. Las Vegas taxes would have been $3,035. South Dakota tax was only $1,438. Now, before I go any further on the tax thing, I think I might have mentioned it before, but just to mention it again, Don from Americas Mailbox did a lot of research on his property before he bought it.
Yes.
His property sits right on the border of Rapid City and Box Elder. The address comes out as Box Elder. However, the land is unincorporated land of South Dakota, which means it's not subject to any city taxes. So the only tax is 4% South Dakota tax.
That's all you pay.
That's all it is. Where Las Vegas, because it is Las Vegas, you not only have the state tax, you also have the city tax, which grand total is 8.5%. So that's why those differences are so crazy. Now, South Dakota registration on the fifth wheel, it is more. It was $247.50. But Las Vegas tax would have been over $809. So once again, grand total of the fifth wheel savings was $2,158. That's what we saved. Grand total for both vehicles, $5,581.37. That is a huge savings on money that is not really going anywhere. This is tax, registration, and
that is a trip to Walt Disney World.
That's incredible. Just think of all the camping. You look at that of what that would be. So, definitely worth going through America's Mailbox and setting up our domicile through them.
For us.
Yes. You need to do the research of your state.
I know some states also have a flat licensing, and whatever. So, and pay maybe only every 2 years. That's awesome. I think the thing that's great about this is when it comes up, we can do this we don't have to be there.
Yeah, there's no vehicle inspections.
No inspections.
There's no VIN inspections.
Right.
So we don't even have to show up to renew our plates. We can do it
over the computer if we want. Or once again, we can go through America's Mailbox if we want. Either way.
Well, truthfully, for the registration, it's easiest just to do it right through the DMV.
Through the
Treasury Department.
Treasury Department,
for South Dakota.
Yeah, for South Dakota.
So that actually didn't make that up, and we do talk more about that in part 1, but just to reiterate that was important stuff there.
Yeah.
Let's talk about all the services American Mailbox had to offer. Don has been working mostly with the mail. Yep. So you go ahead and tell them how the mail works.
Service is awesome. You of course you go in, you get your mailbox number and everything. So the address is the same for everyone, and then they give you like a number. Now, it's not a P.O. box number because a lot of places don't want to send to P.O. boxes. So they give you
It's a PMB number.
They call it a PMB number.
Postal mailbox.
Yeah, postal mailbox. But a lot of times what we'll use like a hashtag or apartment number or something to that effect. Really, really simple. The next thing is when you let people say, how do you get your mail? Okay, easy. You go on to the computer, you register, sign in, make a login with America's Mailbox. It's right there. They tell you, you tell them when you want your mail, when you want it sent, and where you want it sent. So you can send it to some parks allow you to receive mail and packages. Others may not. And so what you want to do is if you're a place where you can't have your mail sent directly to you there, what you do is you send it to the nearest post office in care of general delivery. I've done both, and it is phenomenal.
Easy.
You just, like I say, you just go on, you say, I want my mail sent on Friday, September, whatever the date might be, and you have it within, I would say, 2 to 3 days, maybe
fast.
4, depending on what's going on. But you get it pretty quickly. So it's really nice, and it's very easy, very simple. When you do sign up with them, you put maybe a couple $100 of postages that covers your postage, and you can even see every time you use it what your postage is. You go on, and when you go into the mailbox area, you can add money to your postage if you need to. So it's really, really, really simple.
Yeah. So I'd say 2 thumbs up on the mail service.
Absolutely.
They do an awesome job in mail. And they get to know you personally, too.
They do get to know you personally, because like what they were saying is they have people working, so it's like your own mailman. And they would say, hey, Steve and Don haven't, picked up their mail. Let's give them a call and see if everything's okay.
Yeah.
Or I haven't heard from so-and-so and their medications are sitting here. We need to get a hold of them and let them know. So they really get to know you. They get to know what's important to you and things like that. And they will contact you if they feel there's a reason to.
So it's sort of like the neighborhood mailman.
Exactly.
All right. Help in domicile, the office workers there at Americas Mailbox.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, I was going to say when we first started, it would have taken us probably 15 minutes to get through there, but Dawn and the office person hit it off. They wouldn't stop. We were there we were there a long time, I'll put it that way.
I'm Irish, I talk.
Yeah. But no, they're extremely helpful,
Yes.
extremely friendly. In fact, when we went back for part 2, when they went to check to see, we were telling them, hey, we were not sure what happened to the title.
The title to the truck.
And next thing you know, they're coming out saying, you looking for this?
She goes, yeah, I had it sitting on my desk. I've been waiting for you guys.
They've been waiting for us, but we never checked in with them first, and we would have saved ourselves a lot of headache.
Saved a lot of trouble.
But she was waiting for us to show up, and when we finally did, there it was. So, office workers for getting the domicile done, extremely helpful.
Extremely.
Also, not just the domicile, but help with vehicle registration. Mm-hmm. She was ready to run it through for us if we would have called, but we waited so long, we ran out of time for the mail to go back and forth.
And once again, like I said, there was a mix-up on kind of where our title was for the truck. We had the title for
I remember now
RV,
that we had them send it there, and I totally forgot.
Yeah.
But now, after the fact, I remembered.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was our own fault.
It was our fault.
But they would have done an amazing job. We've talked to a lot of friends that use them. They just raved about that part of it, and we would have had that firsthand too, if we weren't having so much fun just seeing sights and traveling around and putting it off. We'll do it next week.
Our fault.
Okay, help in securing insurance. Now, Don, you handled that one. With,
I did.
the
Once
gentleman.
again.
What was his name?
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Ask for the insurance guy. He was really great.
They're really awesome there. What they'll do is you let them know, what your vehicles are and things like that. And he usually gives you 2 or 3 different options to choose from. And payment options and things like that. They ask questions. They're great at answering them. If they don't know them, they'll find out and call you right back.
He got us a deal better than what we were getting through the so-called special teacher discount in Clark County School District.
In Clark County School District,
we got a better deal than that by a lot.
Yeah. So it was wonderful. We did really, really well there. And again, very helpful. What would you like? Do you need medical? Do you need, you can have as much on your insurance or as little as, or I wouldn't say as little, but to the minimum of what you need. And they're great at doing that and figuring out, and helping you with that and setting that up.
So far, Mail service, domicile, vehicle registration, and insurance, they're scoring an A+ on all counts.
Absolutely, yeah.
Now we get to the last 2 points. One, they have hotel-style rooms that you can
if you don't
use
have an RV,
if you don't have an
or
RV,
if you don't want to drive your RV there.
If you want to go to America's Mailbox to set up your domicile, you have to stay one night in South Dakota and get a receipt.
Yeah.
They had hotel rooms right on the premises, and when we went back in October, we took advantage of that. Now, I think we have a split decision here. I personally really liked it. I thought it was a really nice, clean room. What was your issue?
It's an older room. There's a couple of issues that I saw, but I mean, once again, it was clean, but it was, like I said, an older room, but it was all right.
It was comparable to hotel rooms.
There's other hotels around there if you want to stay there, in those, as long as you have a receipt for staying in South Dakota, in the area, Rapid City, Box Elder, for one night.
So don't feel obligated to stay in their room. If you go, you don't have to. I thought it was nice. I thought it was convenient. I didn't have a problem, but still, shop around. You want to be happy, so shop around. Last point I want to bring up. They have a campground.
They do.
Now, this is where my problem came in. The people are awesome there. We talked about that. We raved about them. This campground could get better as it matures.
Yes.
But the old part of the campground, the water pipe had broke, so you had electric and sewer, and they had a water hose
that was like
that you
1,000
would share
feet long,
and that you would drag to your rig and fill up your fresh tank. It was a bit of a hassle.
The only thing was, and why they did it, I don't know, but they would take it in at 5 o'clock every night.
Oh yeah, the hose was not available after 5. So if you didn't fill
your water, or you ran out in the middle of the night, or whatever.
I didn't know that till after
we found that out by accident.
Yeah, 6 o'clock, and we weren't able to fill up our fresh tank.
We didn't have water.
So yeah, that was really pretty bad.
But they are working on fixing it now.
And the sites are really close to each other. There's not any space between them.
No.
Now, we left America's Mailbox after about a week of getting everything done, and then we went up to Elk Creek Campground, as you probably remember.
I love Elk Creek.
Was awesome. I don't know why we decided. We had some last-minute things to finish up at America's Mailbox. I don't know why we decided to go back and stay there a few more days, but we were put into the new section they had just finished putting in as far as the campsites. And it was a nightmare.
It was.
You weren't allowed to. You weren't allowed to. They didn't want you walking on the area where they were seeding the grass.
Yeah, they were doing some green seeds or something.
Your rig. The thing is, your rig. You either had your rig all the way to the edge to where if you went around to your wet bay area, you're standing in that spot, so you can step out of your rig onto gravel. So you're not stepping on that. Or if your rig's the other direction, you're stepping off into that mess so you can get to the wet bay.
There's no way of avoiding it.
There was no way of avoiding it. And they had some really bad rains. And it was this clay material that they were trying to seed in. And I almost ruined 2 pairs of shoes in the mud. It took me... We finally left there, went to North Dakota. I just threw my mud boots and my old tennis shoes in a bucket, and when we finally got out of the area, it took me a while, but I had to scrub them down.
He used a scrub brush, like almost like really stiff bristle brush to get all of that off.
So the fact that I was able to save the shoes, I'm not giving them a total thumbs down fail rating. But the fact is, it was pretty messy. Once that grass comes in, it may be nicer. But once again, you're close together. Price was middle of the road to high, I think.
You would
for
think,
what it was.
for being a member of America's Mailbox.
You think they would have given you a discount?
You would think that you would get some form of a discount, and you didn't. It was kind of high.
So I would recommend
because no amenities. There's no laundromat, no showers, no other
nothing
facilities, nothing. There's nothing there.
I would recommend join Passport America, stay at Elk Creek Campground, just
Yes.
15, 20 miles up the road.
You will
No,
like
15 miles up the road.
15 miles
Yeah.
up the road. It's really nice. Really
You're still in South Dakota. You're still going to get the receipt for having stayed a night.
Yes.
And you have all the amenities. You've got beautiful grounds. You've got space between you and your neighbor.
Washer dryer,
little
showers,
camp store.
Camp store, yeah.
Yeah, so
and the people there are so
swimming
nice.
Pool.
Very, very nice.
Yeah, swimming pool and great hiking areas around there. So
that's where the petrified horse was too, which was really, really nice.
Yeah, so it was. That would be my recommendation. So on all their services, A+. They still have to work on accommodations, though they're trying, and I appreciate them trying.
Yes, they are.
But you know what? John
is working on improving the land and area and stuff.
And to be honest, the people we met there, our neighbors were
it's
awesome.
like a community because you all kind of like a neighborhood. You all share the same address.
Yeah, we made some.
We made some great friends there. So
if Mike's watching, thanks again for helping with helping me put my running boards on.
Yep.
And yeah, it was.
If Missy's watching, miss you, girl.
Yeah, they're awesome group, awesome people. So that part, you can't put a price tag on that one.
No.
Okay, overall experience.
I would say probably because of the campground, I would probably give it a B+, A-.
Yeah, services. Now, if you break it down into two separate entities, you don't have to stay there.
Right.
But everything else they do for you is well worth the annual fees.
Yes.
You go on Americas Mailbox, I believe it's .com. I'll put it in I'll put a link in the for Americas Mailbox. But for a mail service,
I highly recommend it. They're
definitely fair in their pricing. What they offer in that service is tremendous. Definitely,
the people are amazing, wonderful, helpful, friendly. They say welcome home when you walk in.
Yeah, I love the place there. So that is it for this episode. Remember, as always, if you like this episode, hit that subscribe button and give us a thumbs up.
And if you want to know when we post again, which is every Sunday at 2 p.m., hit that bell and it'll let you know. Leave us a message on what you think. And anything that you might want to know about or see or talk more about that we've already talked about, let us know.
Very good. And pass it on to your family and friends, anybody who might be interested in full-time travel.
Even part-time, because it's, like we're in a park now here in Arizona where there are snowbirds.
Yeah.
And it works, again. And you know what? I think we should talk to Don and Donna.
Oh, we'll get them on.
We have some very good friends that are snowbirds, and we'll talk to them a little bit about being a snowbird.
Yeah, that might be good to do a snowbird episode.
I think so.
Awesome. So that's it. Safe travels, and we'll catch you in the next video.
Sláinte.
Sit down. Come on. You're breathing heavy, and it makes it sound bad.
Come on. Lie down.
Go lie down.
Go lie down. What do you want?
Come on. Go lie down. Go.
Go lie down. I think he wants my chair.
You guys, okay, now be nice and don't breathe hard.